You face the boss of blades.
Hello everyone, and today we are playing our first round in the Mythic League Tournament 8. We are using our Vraska list that we call Halloween Vraska against our round 1 opponent, which is Knight. So let's see how it goes. We are immediately queued. He is playing his Nihiri deck. And let's see how it goes. We are going first, which is very good. We have a dodge death and a cocoon. We do not want to turn stone here. We are very happy with cocoon into a dodge death. That would give us a lot of blockers on the board. He, of course, is on Path of the Barbarian. Okay, so we have a cocoon. It's very good. Greetings. What we can do is actually just dodge death on 2. And then throne and grub on 3. That could be pretty good. Okay, he's just going to go ahead and drop himself a lemur. We're going to dodge death here. So we end our turn. We get 2 tasty grubs. Wow. Look who that is. That's a pretty good one. Yeah. Okay, he's just going to up trade, get a Minotaur. We'll trade here. Just going to preserve our life total as long as possible. Get a little buff here on our grub. We get a pier? Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, this could be pretty good. Could just cocoon. I like the grub here. And then pretty much just gonna full swing here. I feel like he's gonna be forced to block the pier. If he blocks the grub, we could get buffed on our cocoons, making them very sticky. Okay. So he's blocking the tasty. And we are going to get a little bit of buff onto our cocoon here, which we can use for some pretty good blocking. Yeah, our hits on cocoon have just been absolute insane. We're at a full 27. He's just now playing the axe. And he has an iguana. So he's just passing back. I'm just going to attack with the grub. And the cocoon here, actually. I think this is fine. If he blocks, we're going to go. Okay, so he's going to block the grub. We are good with that. Deciding if he wants to block the cocoon. Personally, I don't think it's worth it to block the cocoon here. So he probably is not going to do it. Yeah, so he's not blocking the cocoon. We are dropping a goo. We're going to drop a throne. We are going to throne our cocoon. And could just grab another one. Could be pretty good. We're a lightning catcher maybe? I think lightning catcher is more relevant here. We have a board, but we might have some issue clearing for game. We get a Sundancer, it does not flip. We get a Delver, which also does not flip. These are just insane 1-drops off our cocoon though. We're still at a full 27 health. Okay, he's going for a Willful Smith. That means he likely does not have the removal spell here. He's gonna sword up this, this overgrown. I guess just for attacking, maybe? It's interesting little play there. I am going to Crav. I'm gonna hit my Delver here because I don't really care about it. We're just gonna attack with this Pier and the Goo, which are basically free. So he's gonna trade up the Goo to the Iguana, which we are A-okay with. But he's taking a full 7 here from this Pier. And then since we have the 2 extra mana, our Sun Dancer is going to become a 4/3. And we have our opponent at a very tough situation. He's at 12. We haven't taken any damage. But he has a Denitha, which puts his Willful at very big 10-5. Thinking about just taking it. I think it's not worth it though. I don't really want to take any hits, to be honest, because we're more likely just going to be able to have advantage over our opponent here. There's a Goo. Goo is good. Goo is very good. We are dropping the Goo. And we're going to swing with both of our creatures here. And if he does not block, we Lightning Catcher and it's game. If he does block, we're still in a very good position. Okay, he did not block. So that means we Lightning Catcher. We sack off the Lightning Catcher. Doesn't matter what we get. He's going to take 4 damage. And the Lightning Catcher is going to end us the game. So good game night. We are starting off this set with a 1-0 victory. Hello Slingers, and we are up game 1. So we are doing a little bit of sideboarding. We took out the Necrotic Oozes for a couple of Soul of the Woods, so we have a little bit more healing. And we took out Kothopede and a Shadeborn Steed to put in Triskai Decaphobia. Because our opponent has no way to heal, if we put our opponent at 13 health, they will have 1 turn to either win the game, lose, or they will lose the game if they have exactly 13 health, meaning they have to find a way to damage themselves or heal. Looking over Nice List, they do not have a way to do either, so if we put them in 13, Triskai Decaphobia will win us the game. So let's see if we can meme our opponent here because we are up the game. Alright, it is time to start game 2 versus Knight in Mythic League 8 tournament. We won game 1 and we sideboarded instant healing and a meme. And let's see if we can make either one of those leverage us into a 2-0 victory over the #1 player on ladder right now. We are going first again. This hand is more or less close to unplayable. We have a Grudge Match and a Grub and a Crav. Almost none of this is particularly good. Tempted to keep the Grub. Keep the Grub, but I'm putting away the rest. We have a Throne, we have a Dodge Death. Pretty much we are windmilling over trying to get something good happening off of maybe a Grub play, but we are lacking in the creature department right now, but we have a Death Shadow off the top. So we're going to drop the Throne on turn 1. Okay, he has an Elite Vanguard turn 1. It's pretty good. We have ourselves a Grub. We're going to pass turn. Okay, he's going to go ahead and drop himself a Portal of Truce. pretty tempted to just take this, honestly. Yeah, I'm just going to take this. We do have a Death Shadow, and we are likely going to grab something. He has an axe as well, so that is, of course, pretty powerful here. We are going to go ahead and drop ourselves a Scorpion. We're going to axe our Scorpion. Could get Wharf Scrab. Could get Battlefield Merchant. Could get another Grub. I think I just want the Grub here. And we're just going to Fatal this Core Recruit and then pass the turn back to our opponent. Attacking with both of his creatures here. Very interesting. I'm going to block this Elite Vanguard here, but I will take the 2 damage from the Core Recruit. And there is a Willful Smith. So we have ourselves Soul the Wood, and we can dodge death, just trigger it immediately, and gain 6 health. Seems pretty good. But then we'll be taking a bunch of damage, but that's still pretty good, I think. Getting into another play. We could also just kill this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna dodge death here. I think this is good. Gain 6. So he's gonna Mindless Rage. We're going up to 29. And he has a Cannoneer. He's buffing up. Taking 6. Off this Willful Smith here. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're actually going to Crab our face, drop a 1-mana Death Shadow, and pass it back. He's got a very big board here versus our opponent's stuff. He's got a couple Emberlings. Like he's gonna go ahead and shortcutter our Death Shadow. He has himself a Lemur. But we're looking to be pretty good. It's not gonna be an easy thing for him to just clear. Like if he axes up his dude, just gonna power it up. We're pretty much just gonna be like, okay, cool. Sorting up his little Emberling here, swinging with the 7-3. We are gonna block the 7-3, but we're taking 5 from this little Emberling here. So that puts it to 12. So what we're going to do is we're going to swing. That's definitely happening. Swinging for 13. Just going to take it. Scorpion. We're going to kill the Scorpion. Get a Soul of the Wood. It's pretty good. Drop ourselves a Soul of the Wood. And then a creature that cannot block, we are going to go ahead and hit it with a Fatal Infection. He's just going to sort it up, which is fine. He has an Erase Outburst, hitting our little dude here. Deciding if he wants to full swing. He is just going to swing with his little dude here. Honestly, I'm good with. I'm going to block it anyway. That was always happening. Just trying to keep our health up so it takes him a few turns to be able to deal with our stuff. We are just going to swing here. This will force him to block. Drop a couple of grubs, Fatal Infection his guy, and then pass the turn. So because we have the turn to stone, he'd have to drop 2 creatures, because we will turn one of them into the blocker. And he's just gonna leave. I guess he's just, yeah, he doesn't really have a way to try and push damage, and he probably did not get the 3rd spell of his Barbarian to his hand. So we are taking the 2-0. We did not get to meme our opponent with Triskai Decaphobia, but we did confirmedly side it in.
I had a gas off, I was for me, so I put my mask on. Keep the 2 of me, gotta keep the 9 high. Flexing Louis V, yeah, keep my cash on. Sticking true to me, I never had a gas off. I'ma pop off, yeah, I said I'll pop off.